Welcome, gaming fans. This is Bobby with Day After Day Gaming, here to bring a stream today of Wolcen, Lords of Mayhem, which we're bringing up right now. Let me make sure all my settings look good. Can I get my overlay to work? Alright, give me 1 second here. Alright, no chat overlay at the moment. That does not want to cooperate with me. So, whoops. Keep clicking stuff. No, I don't want that. There we go. Now I got the overlay working. Okay. Sorry about that. So, today I wanted to bring up a stream. This is technically a early access beta game called Wolcen, Lords of Mayhem. Essentially, it is a top-down Diablo-style game. It has action RPG, probably stuff that most people have already seen before. Not that's a bad thing, right? I mean, games we've seen are okay. It certainly isn't a problem if it's something kind of new or familiar. This is going to draw a lot of comparisons to like the Diablo franchise and anything else that plays similar top-down action RPGs. The early part of this game, when I first bought it, didn't really have a lot of content. I think I even got it before Act 1 was even introduced. You just kind of ran around and fought things with a generic style character. Couldn't really change anything. This one now offers a bit more. So when you log into the game, you can make characters here. I just made a new one for today called Dad Gaming for Day After Day Gaming. There does not seem to be a choice for male or female at this point, only male characters. Because I haven't unlocked anything with this character, I'm starting at Act 1, Children of Heimlock. I do have a private game, you can change it to public. And there's also online, and up here in the top right corner, if you want, you can switch it to offline mode. Not saying you have to, but at least it's nice to have the option. We're going to go and play it on the online mode for now. But if it starts causing problems with our stream, maybe we'll switch offline if needed. But I think we should be good playing online. Just look at the game settings real quick. We'll look at it. So there's pretty much a story mode. You can change over here to private public. My guess is maybe once you get further in the story, you can unlock other acts. Again, we're just doing the first act, so we'll see how far we get. And there's also Soldier of Fortune. Now, this does not unlock until we finish Act 1. So this is randomized dungeons with challenging enemies. This kind of reminds me of how Diablo 3 is doing like the Rift mode, or actually I guess the Adventure mode and then the Exploration mode. So you kind of can start the game with two different modes, right? But the randomized part of the dungeons, to me, was kind of like the rifts they have in Diablo 3 right now. So let's kind of jump right into it with our new character. There are 3 different playable characters at the beginning of the game. So I should point that out. I'll show you the create screen real quick. You come up with a name, and you have a melee character, a magic character, and a range character. So you pretty much have, strength kind of base character for melee. You have the magic, elemental style wielder. And then you have range, which is bows and also guns. There are guns in the game. They kind of look like one-handed pistols. But I did try a mage character out just to make sure I could get the game to work right. So I did not see how that works yet. But again, we're just going to use the new one I made. I just made a warrior character for now. One cool thing with this game is, once you start playing it, if you don't like it, you can kind of instantly respec and do something different. It does require some money in the game or some points you'll see. We'll get there, but let's just go and start playing. We'll show off the intro and go from there. Now, one thing I have seen, at least with doing the online game, I should have tried the offline one. I apologize, I have not tried that yet. Once you start an online game, it is taking quite a bit of time to set it up. I don't know if that's because of the online servers, maybe because it's still kind of early on, like in beta style, right? There maybe isn't enough server space or resources allocated at this time to it. So be prepared. Once you click load, it may take you a little while to get up. And you see here, here's the early access beta that we're actually playing right now. So while we wait for this to load, we'll just go ahead and talk a little bit more about it. So this game, I don't know if anybody's ever played Sacred, or if you have played any of the Sacred series. In the Sacred series of games that are like a top-down action RPG, as you fought monsters, they would occasionally drop the skill orbs. So what you would do is you would pick up the orb, you can learn it, and that would actually unlock the skill for to use in the game. Wolcen is similar in that respect, at least from what I've seen so far. Sometimes enemies will drop these orbs, which you can pick up, and they're generally either for melee characters, ranged rogue characters, or your magic class. So you can learn them no matter what class you are, but you can only use the skill if you're using a weapon of that type. So for example, if you have the warrior class and you're using warrior skills, you have to have a melee weapon equipped. Okay. If you want to use magic-based skills, then you need to have a catalyst equipped, which is a one-handed item, or a staff. I haven't seen wands. I don't think they have them. At least not from what I played so far in the beta. And then for the rogue character, you either have to have like a rogue dagger equipped, or a ranged item like a bow or a gun. But we'll get into more of that. Let's watch the intro. Grand Inquisitor Heimlock saved you, as well as your childhood friends Valeria and Edric, when you were 5 years old. He drafted the three of you into his Republican army of purifiers. You were taught to associate all practitioners of the occult with witchcraft, and to hunt them down. Over the years, your trio earned the nickname the Children of Heimlock, due to the mentoring you received from the iconic leader. A month ago, the group of religious zealots known as the Brotherhood of Dawn infiltrated a keep of purifiers. In the wake of these events, the Republican Senate voted to launch a retaliation campaign against the Brotherhood. Whew, barely made it through there. I started too late. I forgot there was no speech, no voiceover. So I did it for you. Enjoy. Operation Dawnbane, Coast of Rex, Flayers, Wildlings territory. Yeah, some of those big armors are very reminiscent to me of like Warcraft. Seem like they're unnecessary wielding things you're putting on. Ping, 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 ping.
Permission to deal with the flayers.
The clock ticks, Malis. We need to get through to engage the Brotherhood of Dawn before daybreak.
We won't make it in time if we're pinned down.
Take my children. Silence the archers. The rest will march on.
Grand Inquisitor, purity and sacrifice. Siege ladder, now!
Siege ladder!
On me! Told you Hemlock would send us.
Sam, look at our unnecessary armor here.
Betting with you again. Focus.
Big old spiky, weird looking crap. Big helmets.
I want those ledges clean. One each, let's go.
Time to shine.
Let's go clear the ledge. Woo! Alright. So basic combat for those of you who don't know. Left click to attack and also to move. When you're wielding a melee weapon, you automatically dash attack enemies. It's kind of cool. You kind of teleport around. There's a cooldown on the dash, so it's not like you can repeatedly use it. And you can also right click to do the right click attack. So Oh, and space does a dodge roll. Dodge rolls have a small window of invulnerability, so very useful. They require stamina points. These green orbs right here at the top of the top of the bar. This is your rage bar, by the way. You have 4 points you can dodge with. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and continue forward here. Left click and walk.
Purity in sacrifice.
Purity and sacrifice. Chop. Dash attack. Yeah, dash attack's kind of cool because it stuns them a little bit for like a second or two.
Get them down! Get them all down!
Get you down. Boom, ba-doom, 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 boom.
Republican trash.
No, Borok, you will die.
Good riddance.
Yeah, you suck.
We'll fly you alive. Oh, you hear that?
And the earth splits open and swallows them whole.
I gotcha.
Yes, I just started a brand new character. Free Fallen? 94, got it. Yes, I just started a new character. In case people haven't seen this before, I figured it'd be easy just to kind of start fresh.
We'll lose a lot of men if the cliff collapses.
I do have a level 10 mage class as well.
Right.
But I'm doing a warrior class just to kind of see how it works. It's like the obligatory, tutorial intro that they have in most of these type of games.
Wait, you smell that?
Sulfur.
A demon. We
Not
can't
the
handle it.
demons.
We need to get back to the purifiers now.
Charge!
The air's freezing.
Soul magic.
I agree. It is much better than when it first came out of early access. They've definitely tightened up quite a bit of stuff here. The skill tree is pretty nice, and the way you learn skills is nice too. So yes, I'm glad you like it. I like it too.
Hey,
I was playing
You're right.
not 28 hours worth, not as much as you have,
Soldier.
but it's definitely a fun game.
Who's
Shut up!
Yeah, I hope they add more content to it. It'll be good. They talked about having the 3rd tier of skills. We'll get the skills soon. I'll show everybody off that for those who haven't seen the skill tree yet.
I'm not alone!
Darling, you're gonna owe me big time.
I praise your resilience, mortal.
Fighting all these guys till they die.
Well, it's now or never.
Now come to me. Come to me.
Melee magic and range character. Oh, nice.
In service of the sleeper.
Yeah, I have not actually played anybody but the mage yet. I was focusing primarily on that one at the time.
I command.
And
Purity in sacrifice.
I do like the mage. Their range abilities are very, very handy. But I do want to kind of explore a little bit more into the game. And I figured, you know what? I got it. It's still in early access. We might as well stream and show some people the game. Maybe we'll get more people into it, and we'll do some co-op and stuff with it later. So that's what we're trying to do here.
I need you now.
Get some more people to watch it. Oh no. It's going to swallow my soul. Burn! Apocalyptic form. Come on. Alright. Yes, so we got our apocalyptic form to fight big baddies. At least shows it to us, I should say. We don't exactly get to use it yet.
You explanation. Let's go, let's go!
Jump, jump! There is the intro of Wolcen, Lords of Mayhem. So now, you lose all your armor, and basically everything else. You start with your basic either range weapon, melee weapon, or magic weapon, depending on what you picked. I did a melee character, so this will be melee for this run. We might do some dual specking, we'll see.
What happened?
Lots of options in the game.
I feel different.
Alright, here's your health and potions. So basically you have slots here that you can put potions into as you play. The first one they give you is health. You use the Q, the QWERTY part of the keyboard to use those. Then you have your 1 through 5, or 1 through 6 skills. The first 4 are unlocked. Number 5 gets unlocked at the end game. So right now we just have the Q for that, and no other skills. And here's talking about how you use your skills. They require willpower or rage. So willpower is here to the left, rage is to the right. So right click, left click. Pretty common stuff. I can show you the skill tree briefly. I don't have much yet. But essentially right now we have Anvil's Woe. So it summons a hammer, brings it down on foes, dealing AoE damage, which is good. But as you play and unlock more skills, they'll just stack up here. You can collect all of them if you want. And there's, if you're playing a character you don't like if I play this melee character so I don't like them, I can actually respec, spec them into a different skill tree type, and go from there. We can go through some of these real quick, just kind of show people off a little bit of what they're looking at, because not everybody's going to know what they're doing at the beginning, so we'll kind of get into it a little bit here. Here's your character sheet. Your skill types. You have Ferocity, which is mainly strength, like a melee type build, right? Then you have your Toughness. That's every character is useful for that. That's maximum health and resistance scores. Agility is primarily going to be for your rogue style classes, and then Wisdom, of course, is more of your intellectual style magics. So here you can reset your attributes for gold. It goes up as you play. Same thing with passives for 100 of these other items, which we'll show you once we get them. I don't want to give them away quite yet. You also have health and force shield. This is actually pretty cool. I like the force shield in the game. So as you play, you get items that have force shield on them. It's not Star Wars Force. That's not what I'm talking about here. Essentially, it's like an invulnerable shield. Not invulnerable, but it's a temporary shield you have that gets damage instead of your health points at first. So it's almost like an energy or a mana shield from like Diablo. You stack on a bunch of that, so you basically will get 2 health bars. You get that health bar over your normal health bar. But as we play, I'll show you a little bit more of that. The mage items tend to have the most of the force ability on it, the force shield. So they tend to have the best armor for that. Whereas you're going to have more attack type skills, like all resistances and things for your fighter character, melee character here. There are also a lot of breakables in the game. Most of these little things only have gold in them, at least in the beginning of the game. I started finding more items as you play a little further in, but gold seems pretty plentiful in the game if you pick up everything. Also, you don't have to worry too much about size of items like you do in Diablo. Everything takes up 2 slots except for potions, for the most part, which take up like 1 slot. I can show you that inventory. So here's like the inventory. Okay. So you see here where it says under the arm plates, level 1 heavy. Heavy generally is for melee characters, but of course you can still use it with any character type. I'm not saying you can't. They don't restrict you at all. But you generally would be using it for a different type of class. So that's your magic staff, which fires magic at people, and your bow to fire range as well. We're going to stick with the longsword for now, though, for melee, just to see what we do. Alright. Walking through our intro with no armor on. Anvil! Oh, I need more rage. Anvil! It's like I just bring a big Thor's hammer out of nowhere and smash the ground. Fun, fun. It's hammer time. Pop. Boom. Oh, got a couple things. A gauntlet and a longsword. Yeah, it's already got that. I'll be good with that. What we got? Alright. So you also see this. If you're playing in co-op, there are areas where all party members have to be teleported to the event. So it's kind of like in Diablo, where if you go to a boss, all the party members have to be present to go to the boss, so they get teleported to you to go to the boss. This is very similar in that respect. You got lots of these in the game, though. Lots of little gameplay as you're running around.
You look awfully real for a nightmare. What was that? He's possessed.
See, she lost her armor, too. I don't know why they just randomly lost all their armor.
Let's hope you're wrong. Otherwise...
Talking to yourself again.
Speak of the devil. Darling, I need a moment. Talk to you later.
She might be a little crazy.
Whoa, whoa, easy now! Val, snap out of it! It's me, damn it!
My childhood friend's attacking me, oh no!
Did you knock your head? Who do you expect me to be exactly?
Oh, I don't know.
So for anybody just tuning in who's a little lost,
What?
we had this magical ability where we turned into this apocalyptic form, and we're supposed to hunt down witches, but she's our childhood friend. She thinks we're a witch, so she's trying to kill us. Of course.
Come on, Val.
Yay.
Oh, really? Prove it.
You're a tool.
That does not
I don't
seem
know why
like
that would
something
prove it,
people
but
would
okay.
say.
You're a tool.
All right. Point taken.
I'm a tool. Oh, that must be you. Only you would say I'm a tool.
So, what now?
Frankly, I don't know. We should regroup with Operation Dawnbane, shouldn't we?
In your state? Flinging magic
Need
and
more
turning into a
rage.
monstrosity. No. They'll burn
Relax.
you alive.
Hemlock wouldn't.
Perhaps. But Maylis sure as hell will, and with a smile on her face. Look, let's get out of here first, then we'll figure something out.
Oh yeah, he will. Hammer time! There we go. So yeah, pretty basic combat here in the beginning for right now. Like I said, once we unlock more skills, it'll definitely become a little more interesting. So a little bit dry right now.
They do come in every shape.
The monsters are interesting. They have a lot of things like these poison winged guys.
Damn right.
They actually go through force shield as well, so if you have a magic class that uses a bunch of the shield, they actually kind of go right through with their poison. So just keep that in mind if you're doing a mage. A couple times I died because I wasn't paying attention. And the poison attacked my health points, and I'm like, why didn't it go through my shield? Oh, that's right. Stupid poison. Take my mighty hammer. Oh, I missed. Oh, crap. Yeah, and they die and they explode into poison. Forgot about that. Watch out. Don't die. I'm getting a lot of junk. Nothing terribly exciting so far. Oh, so here's a force shield item I was talking about. It's considered a sorcerer item. It's like their extra little magic shield they have before they start losing hit points. You can wear it as a warrior if you want. I'm not saying you can't, but it does stack the 5 wisdom on top of it, so you're primarily wanting to do ferocity here as your character. So most of the heavy armor gives toughness for the warrior, so it gives you like all resistances and more hit points and such. Important for a melee warrior. But again, if you don't like your class, don't worry about what you pick in the beginning. You can always change it midway through the game. Or actually any point in the game. You just need money.
Torn apart. I don't get it.
Because all you do is reset your stats, put his stats into whatever you want to try, and
Soul demon first.
switch
Now
the
this.
item you have on.
There's something wrong around here. Something very.
Once I get a new skill, I'll try to explain it. Or once I get a couple skills, we'll explain it. A little more in detail. Hard to explain right now unless you can see it. Yeah, there's a lot of breakables on the sides of the game area. Little chests and barrels and things to break. Most of the time, though, I haven't found a lot in them. So, not something that if you missed, it would probably hurt all that much. You might lose a few bits of coin here and there. But I'm gonna try to be thorough.
We must pull back. We're too exposed. If we do, civilians will get slaughtered.
I keep thinking I'm my mage who fires fireballs at people, so I keep trying to right click far away. I'm like, crap. Hit with his hammer doesn't do anything.
You mercy, murderers! Back away!
Ooh, I can dance. Okay.
I know that face. You've got a plan.
Let's hear your plan. What is your plan?
You need answers, so here's my plan. You wait for me in Stormfall. Easy enough, yes? Meanwhile, I meet up with our forces and I try to talk to Edric about the situation. To see how we can convince our people that you're not a bloody demon.
Agreed. I would rather appreciate not being executed. Where do we meet?
But I am
On
a
the way
demon.
here, I head to
No,
an inn
you're
in
not.
Stormfall, the Laughing Seagull. I'll meet you there.
The Laughing
Check my profile
Seagull.
till then.
I think there's a pun in there somewhere.
Why do you let people in?
For the 100th time, this city,
The city is already filled to capacity.
with refugees. We are not letting anyone
Nobody
in.
gets in.
Look, I really need to have access. Let me through.
No.
That's not how things work, friend. Only conscripts are allowed through. Order of the Merchant
Of
Prince
course, of
Damascus
course.
himself.
So you want fighters?
I will fight. Now stand aside.
Serious, my friend. Well,
Alright. We have now gained a level. Now we can get into a little more of the bread and butter of the game. So let's show off a few other things here. So you have these two little glowing options on both sides. This one is your stats. So for right now, you do get 10 points every time you level. You can put them in any of these. It's 1 point per. So I'm going to go ahead and just level up some ferocity. Let's get that on up to... let's go and put that up to level 10. Now we'll go and put... let's put a point into agility. There we go. Looks good for now. Alright. And we're going to go down here now. Now this is called the Gate of Fates. So essentially the way this works is you get 2 skill points. They're called passive skill points. That's what the item was to reset on the other area. Each time you level, you get 2 of these points to spend. Okay? You can mix and match your nodes freely, so if you like something in, one of the other trees, you can certainly get that. I'm not saying you can't. So in that case, you can kind of multi-class a little bit. You could do like a fighter mage class if you wanted to, and switch weapons along the way, or maybe certain items will let you do both skills. It's kind of tricky, but in the beginning, you probably want to focus just on one tree just to get started. But you'll see there's this tree on the outside ring too, right? So over here on the left, you can actually turn the skill tree ring. Okay? That's kind of how you can multi-class some. So like if you want to go fighter down here and maybe you wanted some mage skills, well bam, there you go. You can put on some mage skills now. But, they may not synergize very well. This is primarily damage from spells cast, so may not be that useful for you. You could always go with something like this instead. This is a rogue tree. So anything that... like for this one, for example, is projectiles. So if you're using projectiles as a warrior, this might be helpful here for the ranger skill, or... that's all ranger stuff. Let's see what where's the other tree? Oop, too far. There we go. This one is like the assassin tree. Yeah, the assassin tree. So this one could synergize possibly with the melee warrior, because you're primarily going around stabbing things and poisoning stuff. So you could always like stack up a bunch of skills in here to give you more damage, for example, or more resistance, more health, things like that, and then pop into this tree and then get, oh look, now I'm an assassin, right? And since you can move the trees, if you do go, like if you like this warrior tree and you want the other warrior tree, they're on opposite sides, right? So you'd have to kind of go through 2 separate trees in order to unlock kind of both sets of skills. So you just have to kind of decide on how you want to build your classes out. They are going to be releasing a 3rd set of skills. They showed some previews on their recent chat about the different outlines here. So eventually you'll be able to expand a little further out and become specialized into a new set of 12 classes. They have released the names. They're on the Steam preview page or Steam page. I don't have them here, so I'm not going to worry about reading them right now, but definitely things to look out for once they release that new content. So, for right now, though, we're just going to kind of go down this tree. So we're just going to start simple enough. Let's go weapon melee damage. And attacks and spells more likely to be critical hits. Taking damage gives you more rage. That's not too bad. What's this one? Burst of health regen. That'd be good, too. So I'll tell you what. We're just going to go with more weapon damage. Now let's go stack some weapon damage. And we'll go critical hit chance, maybe. Then maybe over there. We'll find out. We'll figure it out as we go. We're going to start with those two. Then we hit confirm. X for exit. And now we get to go in and see the city. City time, city time. So I do like how there are at least some guns in this game. So it's kind of like fantasy, but a little bit of future in it. Even though they're kind of magical guns, I guess. But it's still pretty cool.
Of the sea. Let's see what you've got for me.
I don't want to die. I am not a hero, you hear?
It's either that or we throw you back up
So this is pretty much your town hub here. You have your
to capacity.
town portal, right here. It's like your waypoint town portal. So as you can see here, the Coast of Rex. So we've already been to this Svirgado Grotto in the Highlands. This is the Stormfall Palace. And there are other areas that have other teleport points. So as we unlock the act, we'll be able to teleport around, back and forth, yada, yada, yada. But these are all the different kind of points of interest you have in the first act. First stop is here. So we are doing the melee character for now, so we're just going to go and get this longsword. Oh, and equipment does follow a similar Diablo-style path. You have regular stuff, magic stuff, and he might not have any yet. Oh, he does. Yellow is the level after blue. There may be stuff above yellow, but I think yellow is the only thing I've seen. Maybe I saw green, I can't remember. There are also gems in the game, just like Diablo. So for things that have sockets, I don't see anything here right now. But there are socketable items that you would put a gem into to enhance the abilities of. So very, very similar. There's also a jewelry tab for like rings and amulets. But I don't have any unlocked yet. It takes a little while to unlock them. And then you also have potions. Oh, and charges refill as you play. Yeah, I like this little note here. The item comes from an old version of the game. May be unbalanced or malfunctioning. From what I can tell, it works fine, so you can still use it. It does not appear like it's a problem right now. Okay. Let's quickly go through, just get rid of some junk here I don't really need. Ooh, that's not a bad armor. A lot of junk in here. Don't really need most of it, so. Oh, we just cleared out the whole inventory. There we go! Yay! There's a buyback tab as well, in case you accidentally sell something off you weren't trying to. So don't be too worried about selling stuff. You can always get back the last few items. Actually, I'll put that on just to show everybody how that works. Oops, I didn't mean to buy that. Right click. Right click. There we go. So you see I put on this something here that says 2 force shield. You can't really see it. It's this blue item right here. It's kind of like a line at the top. I have 2 whole force shield right now. I'll replace it as we go along, but you can fill up this whole thing with force power, especially useful for mages. But I don't have any right at the moment. Alright, so these are the interacts and skills. So, when you get an interact, which is an ancient magical device, these are your skills in the game. You right-click on it in your inventory to learn a new skill. Once you learn it once, you do not need to learn it again. But you have to have a certain equipped weapon in order to use the skill. So just because you have a skill does not mean you're going to be able to use it. Oh, primordial affinity. Excuse me. Primordial affinity. Having trouble saying that today. Are these purple orbs? You can sell them to this person to get primordial affinity, which you use to level up skills, and also for resetting the passive skills, I believe, is that same item. But as you're playing, skills will also just level up as you play. So you don't have to level it up, but if you find a skill you really like and you happen to have extra energy left over, you might as well level it up. It's not going to hurt anything for sure. So we're going to just go ahead and get the melee one, which is this one. So as you see here, so here's the interact. Kind of gives you a brief description of it. So for example, the Wings of Ishmir summons a giant spear and leap onto your enemies, damaging them. It was kind of like the ground leap or leap ability for Diablo 3. And you see here where it says attack only usable with melee weapons. So if I have a non-melee weapon on, like a staff or a gun or the mage catalyst or the bow, this attack would not be viable. You also see here, this one is the magic, the one for the spellcasters. So this one is an ice nova that emanates around you and freezes your enemies, only usable with staves or catalysts, because those are magic items. And the final one here, Phantom Blades. This is for the rogue class, only usable with daggers, which is their version of a melee weapon, bows, and pistols. We are going to get the melee weapon here, the Wings of Ishmir. Then what we do is we go into our inventory and we right-click on it. Now, because we have empty skill slots, it went ahead and put that skill into the number 1 skill right here. So this actually gives us 100 rage, and then we summon the giant spear, leaps onto the enemies, damaging them, and it takes 10 seconds for cooldown. And then had flavor text below it too. I forgot to talk about the flavor text of each item. Alright. We are now ready to venture into the wild, wild farmland. That's where we're going to farm.
Pay attention.
Also, again, kind of like Diablo, right?
Greens and your families. So stop sobbing and get ready for hacking.
But I want to go, I want to go, I want to go.
But we're not even
Let me in.
How are we supposed to kill them? You use the sharp edge.
Use the sharp edge. Now see, what if you had like a mace or a club? They don't have sharp edges. How would that work, right? Right? Think about it.
Another new conscript, huh? You look different from the others. Oh, I know.
You're not wetting your pants.
How come?
I've been on battlefields before.
A soldier, huh? My lucky day. I need someone for a mission.
Think you got what it takes?
I'm listening.
The Sphere have penetrated
The Sphere.
the 3 defenses we built to stop them. Our
I
last
know they're
working
penetrating all our
raiding turret
defenses.
on this side of Stonefall is in Sandor's barricade, north from here. Get to him and tell him that reinforcements will come. But his orders are to hold his ground at any cost. If his line breaks, the farmlands will be lost. The storm be with you. Don't look back.
Okay. Oh, yep. Okay. So at least in this game, we don't have to go unlock the town portal like in Diablo 3. We get it right at the start of the game. Well, not right at the start. Now we get it instead of having to go, like I said, find it.
Come back here. Gonna get yourself.
Yeah, I do like I think the parallel is interesting between this and Diablo 3. Because Diablo 3, your very first area you're fighting in is farmlands. To defeat a bad guy who's invaded the farmlands of the first town. See? And here is our next town, oh, not town, but our next waypoint.
Please don't tell me you are the reinforcements.
Yep, I am the cavalry.
I have a message for Santi. He is inside, organizing the... Oh no.
Greens!
The greens are coming, the greens are coming.
In.
What? Wait, I didn't authorize.
You want reinforcements? I'm all you're gonna get. Now let's go.
Launch the event.
Come on, men! Let's earn our keep! Time to show those greens the color of the storm! Warm her up! I want to hear her sing! Now!
Squad 2 to the west. Squad 3 in position.
Here they come!
Charge. Don't fire till you see the white of their eyes.
Draw!
They don't seem very accurate with their arrows. I'm just saying, you know. They hit like 2 guys. And I mean, that seemed like it blasted right through the barricade to me. How come the barricade's still up? Why does it look like they're hitting anybody with arrows, right? Very poor shots. Very, very poor shots.
Tunnelers! Protect the cannon! To the north! Push them back into the ground!
We got the new ability. Jump! Smash!
Squad 1, take the south! Squad 2 to the west! Show them the might of the storm!
What squad am I in?
Through this.
They didn't give me a squad number. No, well, I'll just kill them all. Rage on!
Spitters! Take cover! Stand your ground! Don't let them get to the cannon!
Already one at the cannon. No, I got this, soldiers. Don't worry about me. You just all hang out there and wait. It's cool, I got this. Thanks, though. You know.
Come on, you big fat green!
Sobok the Untamed! Oh crap. Heal! There we go. Oh. Ow! Oh crap, I died. So this is interesting. So if you do die, you have 3 tokens you kind of reuse. Kind of like temporary revive, sort of. That you can use in case you get close to dying or you do die. I think they're for each area, so I have like 3 kind of continues per area. It was a little bit of an easier fight with the mage because they're ranged. So the melee is a little bit tougher until you get used to it. I'm not used to it. Because I'm primarily running away from everything and fighting.
Who the hell are you, soldier?
Just a messenger.
Just a messenger.
You are? What's the
That the reinforcements are coming.
Coming soon.
impeccable timing?
Air
Take
quotes,
their sweet time as we get
soon.
hammered. We won't hold for much longer.
There's more. Your orders are to stand your ground.
Stand
at
your
any
ground
cost
until they arrive.
Serious. My men's morale is hanging by a thread. Their friends are...
You won't have to.
Oh yes, and why is that?
I'm taking the fight to
I'm taking
them.
the fight to them.
Ridiculous.
Watch me.
Alright, so a bunch of stuff just happened there. We leveled, I think some of our skills leveled too. Yeah, Anvils of Woe are at level 3 now. Wings of Ishmir is level 3. As you play the game at certain levels of the skills, they also unlock, kind of like in Diablo how you have the runes that modify the skills and attacks. That's kind of what these are. So for level 5, for example, you can get increased damage on the Anvil's Woe. I can also get reduced rage cost. So you get to choose one of these to do, and then at level 10 you can unlock one of these other two instead if you want. So it keeps going on and so forth. So like I said, very similar to the way Diablo does their runes. And let's look at our leveling. Let's go and add up some more ferocity. And let's see what should we get our next two skills to be. Let's go ahead and attack damage. Praetorian. Oh, that's increased defenses. I'm okay trying that tree. We'll keep with that tree for right now. Alright. So. Oh. Going the wrong way. We did get a few new items. Let's see what we got. We got a rogue item here. Here's a heavy fault. Yeah, it's fine. We'll put that on for now. Here's the bruiser. Yeah, let's throw that one on. Bruiser! At least we almost got all blue armor on. That's helpful. Charge! Not enough rage. I'll show you rage. Alright, we just got a shield too. So we'll now put on a shield. You can see us holding it right there. Gives some resistance scores, block chance, and block efficiency. Sounds like a plan to me. I'm stuck. What in the world? I can't dodge out of there. I was like stuck on the guy for some reason. That was weird. Oh wow, just leveled again. That was quick. Last game must have given us a bunch of experience. Oh boy, we got a Gris. It's a catalyst for mage. I can't use it really, so it doesn't matter. But the cool part is, in theory, and not that I've tried it yet, since it's an offhand item, I could put on there, and I think if I had a magic skill, we'll learn some magic skills later and test it out. I think that allows me to use magic skills too, I think. I was primarily using my other character, my mage character, as just a melee character. Or sorry, just a ranged mage character. So I had not tried multi-classing yet. I figured we'd save that for the stream and see how it all works together.
Giant burning one. That explains a lot. I must find this beast and stop it.
So you see on the map, I don't know if you saw it on the overlay, there was a bunch of red enemies. Ooh, they're eating me alive. Crap, I'm stuck. Hammer! The red skull enemies on the map were kind of the equivalent of like the rare monsters in Diablo. So they're showing you they're kind of blue right now. You see at the top, Omega Severe, whatever you say them, is blue. So he is a kind of special monster. Okay, it wasn't as bad as I thought. Yeah. Again, keep thinking I'm mage. I don't have any nice range attacks though. Is that a helmet? Yeah, the bruiser helmet. We'll put that on. Ooh, almost forgot we need level. Need to level. Alright, confirm and continue. Bad archers. Oh, now it's got a Spangen helm. This one's a heavy. Yeah, that's probably not a bad helm to put on. Ooh, I see special guys on the map. Oh, let me get these guys first. Let's go get some guys to kill them all. Oh, bad. There we go. Getting a little bit better with the hammer now. Damn it, I'm having trouble picking up crap today. I don't know why. Why's one guy like running away? What the hell? Alright. Down goes the enemy. Ooh, a blue chest. Normally that has at least one blue item in it. Oh, I'm stuck again. Crap. Oh, should I interact? Oh, really? And of course just ran out of room. That's okay. We'll town portal back. Then come right back. We'll be good in a moment. That's why town portal is very useful. Oh, we do have a chest. I forgot the chest. You do have a personal chest as well? Oh. Okay. So I did not realize that it shared stuff. So, note for anybody who wants to play. Anything you put in your personal chest apparently is going to be carried over to your other characters. Good to know. These are some of the items I got on my other guy, but I hadn't used any of them yet. Because they were for, like, melee. I just threw them in here thinking, oh, maybe I'll play another character at some point. So good to know that all of it's shared between all your characters. Well, level 6 allows my... Oh, I can wear this now? No, I can't. Oh, I can. Interesting. It's not great. It's more for spellcasters because it's damage with spells. It's called damage and shield, force shield, but still good to know that you can transfer items between characters. Well, in that case, let me save some of these other items then. For now. Because at some point I'm going to start a rogue anyway, so... They really need a sell all button. That would be nice. Alright. So what is the interact? That is a spell. We're going to learn it. So you see it does put it down here. But it's grayed out because I'm currently not using a catalyst. Tell you what, let's go back to town real quick. Let's try out the multi-classing thing real quick. I want to see if that would work. If I get out of Gris here. And if we place that in place of our shield for right now. It does. Okay, let's try this. So now I'm going to have a range ice spear. In a line, okay. So now if I calculate this right, this will give me a spell to cast. They look kind of crappy though. Now I don't have my willpower leveled up very much, so it could be if it requires more willpower to do any major damage, it might be kind of useless. Then I have no willpower right now, so... Damn, it's leveled again. Leveling like super fast in this area. Get some more rage growth. I mean, I'll keep the ice spear on for now. I just don't know if it's all going to be all that useful. Oh, if you didn't notice, there's kind of like a tug-of-war here between the rage and the magic. So as you use the one, it kind of I can't talk. Fills up the other one. Bunch of green items. Bunch of green items. Ugh, blue items. Man, I'm just having a time today. Pardon me. Meh. Put that on for now. Oh, we don't have either one of these filled in yet. Let's do... We'll do those two for now, but I might switch them off later. That's right. Take my hammer of power. Smash! Obviously, I wasn't paying enough attention to the dodging there. A longbow. But I'm not a rogue currently. Yeah, smash and grab. That one has more toughness. We'll list all resistances though. Yeah, we'll put that one on. Why not? There's some boots here. Soul short versus heavy. Yeah, we'll stay with what we got.
Oh, not again. It's getting closer to the city. What the hell is going on?
Getting pretty full, so I'm gonna stop soon and go back town and get some more money. Trade in some more loot. Alright, we probably should head on back. Actually, wait. We're almost to the end. We'll just keep pushing. See, if we don't get too many more items, we'll just skip the rest.
The entrance to their network. Sneaky bastards.
What's the guy out here? Ah, I'm trapped. Ah, crap, they killed me. Take 2 or 3, whatever I'm on. Crap. Last second win token. These guys suck. Oof. Yeah, they were a little tougher than I thought they'd be. I'm not quite as used to the melee character yet as I am with the archers or the mage, so. We'll go ahead and just store some stuff for later. I'll go through it later. Oh, see, there's the socketed item right there, skirmish bow. So it's got 3 offensive slots. So whereas in Diablo you have slots based on if it's a headpiece, weapon, or armor. It's 3 different types of classifications of things. Here you have offensive, defensive, and support, I believe. We can check. I have one right here. Yeah, offensive, defensive, and support. So an offensive for this Lapis Lazuli is spellcasting speed. Defensive would be status, ailment, resistance, and support is wisdom. So it's like the magical one, which makes sense. We'll just go ahead and learn Winter's Grasp. It's not going to hurt anything. I'm going to go and buy that. Alright, let's go pick up all of our stuff that I left behind because my backpack got full. And then we'll go on into the next area and see where we are. Into the cave network. Oh, we just got another skill. Let's see what it is. Stings of Creerion. Creerion? I don't know. Creerion. It summons an imposing bow and launches several piercing arrows at once. Only usable with bows and pistols. Oh, we have a question from Blue Boy's story. When the game releases, will your progress be saved? I don't believe I read anything about there being any wipes post-launch, but I don't have 100% clarification on that. Best to check the site. Either the Steam pages might have some info on it or the site of the game, but I did not read anything about any beta wipes in any of the last set of patches or upgrade notes, so I don't think you'll lose anything, but cannot say 100%. But even if you kind of lost some stuff, I don't know if it would be that big a deal. The only reason I'd see them wiping is if they decide to do another overhaul. They actually have done quite a few overhauls of this game. For anybody who didn't see the early launch, the UI is completely different. This whole skill system is completely different. So it's definitely changed quite a bit since the early release of like 6 months ago. That's kind of when I first played it, like 6 months ago, I want to say. It definitely plays and handles a lot better than it did then. They are, I think, coming out with the release soon, too. Well, I mean, it was early access, so an overhaul of the game, I think, is a major change. The gameplay is still pretty much point and click, but the UI down here is very different from what it was in the beginning. It's a good change. I like it. It's definitely easier to find things. No, stop that. Yes, confirm everything. Oh, crap. I think it's a good action RPG to kind of stem the tide for any Diablo lovers, for like Diablo 4, or you know, if you're playing a lot of Path of Exile, need something different. This does play differently. I mean, it's still similar, like any action RPG of its type. I think it'll definitely be better, though, once they release the next major patch where they add the third wing of skills. You'll be able to specialize into a... Crap, I'm getting killed. Once you get to become like a specialist character, I think it'll be a very different gameplay. Because there was like an assassin class, there was a couple different warrior types. I think there was, let's see, 4 of each class. 4 warriors, 4 rogues, and 4 mages. There was a gunner, there was an archer, assassin, and I can't remember what the other one was. All the info's on the Steam page. Because they talked about that in their December 20th update, I think it was. So fairly recent, like 2 weeks ago. Week and a half, something like that. Oh, crap, get me out of there. Definitely a little tougher playing the warrior than the mage. Mage just ran around shooting everything. Pew pew fire. Alright. So we're going to end up going a little bit further in here today. Hopefully. Hopefully, come on. Ah! Lots of little bats and crap here. It's sad, but I missed my mage. I probably just need some new skills too, which would help. Damn, already filled up again? Oh, yeah, we did. That's fast. Alright, might as well go drop this stuff off real quick. I don't see too much in here I want right now, so probably just sell chunks of it off. I got enough stuff in my bank right now. Oh, we got a belt. I missed that. Belt! I'll keep the extra potions for now. So the belts are interesting. They give you random kind of stat bonuses. So this one gives me 71 more max health. So now I'm up to 432. That's not a bad one right now to have. But we still got to get some rings and an amulet, and then that'll be our whole character stacked out with stuff. Let's go. Oh, I forgot I have Winter's Chill now, too. Or Winter's Grasp. We can use that. Boom! It's like the Ice Nova. Or the Freezing Nova from Diablo. Oh, we just got our first yellow item. Nice. Let's look at that. Oh, they're Sorcerer Boots. Not bad, though. We'll just go ahead and put them on for now. They're not bad boots. And they don't give ferocity, but I like the rest of the stats on them, actually. That's good for now. Our little force shield here is growing a little bit. You can see the little purplish blue right there. Hue. Got a little more force shield now. Not that it really does anything for us, but, you know, it's there. Break good stuff in the dungeon. Oh, we got gold. Yeah, it's interesting trying to balance. Trying to do like a fighter mage. I'm just kind of playing around with it a little bit, see if I like it, but it's actually kind of hard to manage. Why won't you break that stuff? There we go. Just because if I like completely run out of one element, it's hard to switch to the other one. Like there's Winter's Grasp. So I guess the only nice thing is it does kind of give me more rage though. So I guess I just have to use my abilities more evenly. I'm not using them very well at the moment. It's like I'm full on rage, so I should use rage up. So then I can do... I can't use rage up fast enough. Yeah, the problem is rage is also growing when I'm getting attacked. So... I just don't seem like I can quite get them fast enough down. There we go. That's a little better. Slayer's Fury. I think that is Rogue, isn't it? Yeah. That's daggers, bows, and pistols. That's good. We'll go ahead and learn it. Oh, already got Winter's Grasp. Don't need that. Ooh, new sword. Yeah, let's put that on there. Oh, the other thing we didn't really look into much. So on each weapon, you do have different types of damage on each weapon. So you have material damage, elemental damage, and occult damage. They're kind of bonuses you can have on your equipment. So physical damage is like your main attack type. But when you get something that has like toxic damage, like this one, plus 68 toxic damage, you get your damage on the material damage part. There's also Rend, that's a bleed effect. Toxic is poison. Then your elemental is fire, frost, and lightning. And then your occult is sacred, shadow, and ether. So at least there are essentially nine different types of damage, I guess you could say, in the game. So as you level, I'm sure that'll become more important as you play. Plus, there are a lot of skills that may apply to like one type of element, but not the other. So just watch what you're trying to do with your character to help learn how to, how to maximize your damage and such. Yeah, trust me, I don't have the answers. I haven't played enough yet to know. I don't know if Free Fall's still here, but he sounds like he's played quite a bit more than I have. 28 hours, I've probably played a third of that. And just one character type he played with all 3 different classes. So I'm sure it'll become more important towards the end game as well. If you're trying to like build a certain type of character. So if you want to build like a lightning mage, just make sure you have the right elements and effects on to kind of maximize your output. But you probably have enemies that are going to be resistant to it at some point. So I don't know if you want to do a one-trick pony or not in the game. That might cause problems, but that's what makes the game interesting sometimes, right? An axe! Yay! Not really exciting, I know. Kinda boring. You know what? You're gonna have to die. Because you are summoning other creatures and I don't want you to. Okay, so it seems like if you're trying to do a warrior mage, you just want to pop some of your spell stuff earlier rather than later, because you're going to burn that up and get a bunch of rage, and you're going to build up rage anyway by getting attacked. So if you want to use any magic, use it earlier in your fight rather than later. Just because the whole, push-pull effect you have on the 2 meters. So I'd definitely say it's a viable attack. I would say if you can get one of the range attack spells, maybe. That we can fire off some range bolts while somebody's running at you, and then you can unleash some rage attacks on them. Yeah, I have not used the rogue skill set. I mean, I would expect it to be heavy on rage as well, but I don't know since I have not done it. Oops. Busy looking at stuff, getting attacked, of course.
a phenomenon. That must be why the severe are flocking to the surface.
Yeah, the severe. How severe are they? So severe. What's that belt? Oh, that's interesting. Got attack damage, some resistance, health regen, maximum health. Seems like it'd be a good compromise for the other one. You will suffer my rage. Oh, missed the gold. Get the gold. There we go. At least you don't have to click on the individual gold on here. You just kind of walk near it and automatically picks it up. Definitely a welcome feature. I play many action RPGs that you have to click on every single thing that drops, and it can be a pain. I mean, you have to do that with items, but gold is another thing you shouldn't have to click on if you don't want to. Ah, I ran out of it. Willpower. Waited too long, used Winter Grasp. Oh, something back here. Just a body. A white chest, as it were. Alright, what else we got here going on? We are almost at the stairwell to head down into the next area of the caves. So let's see what is awaiting us in the dungeon. Oh, you moved, son of a bitches. What did we get there? Nothing? Nothing at all. Okay. Oh, we're full again. That's okay, we're just gonna skip that item. We're right at the stairwell down, so. A few white items left behind aren't a big deal. Alright, and we also found another waypoint! Yay, the Tribute Chamber waypoint. So we're back to the palace real quick, get rid of some stuff. What are we using? Oh. Okay. It's not very strong, though. I think we're okay. Oh, we got a ring. Didn't even notice we got a ring. So, pretty crappy first ring, but that's okay. We'll take what we got. Actually, might be selling rings now. He is. What else we got here? Quick draw leather belt. It's actually not bad. I think we're okay without it right at the moment, though. So let's see. What we need is stuff that either will increase our damage for attacks, you know, maximum health. Wouldn't be terrible. Force shield regeneration is not a big deal. Don't really care about that. That's for spells. So Topaz Ring seems like a decent ring, at least right now, because it gives us some health. Aquamarine Ring gives lightning damage added to attacks. I think that's across all attacks, not just spells. And that one's maximum health as well, but This one gives a lot more. That definitely would seem better right now. But I'm sure we'll find more rings, so I think for right now we won't bother wasting the money. I only have 4580 right now. I want to stack up a little more gold. Gold is also used in here for upgrading to unlocking new tabs. You need 50,000 for the first tab and 300,000 for the third one. I don't know if it unlocks the whole tab though, or only a section. Like in Diablo, you have to unlock kind of each, like every 2 or 4 blocks or something was like one set of money you had to upgrade. So I don't know if it's like that. Alright, and we already have Winter's Grasp, so we don't need it, so we're actually going to sell it here. The value here is 600 of the primordial affinity. And so what you can do in here, for example, is you could go and say, like Anvil's Woe. That's too much upgrade right now. Daggers, bows, and pistols now. Yeah, nothing else exciting right now to level up. But essentially, as you get rid of skills and sell them off, you can then use them to upgrade skills in here to make your skills more powerful. Alright, well I think this is probably going to be a good point for us to take a little break. So let's go ahead and exit our game for the moment. So that is going to be the end of our stream for Wolcen Lords of Mayhem today. Thanks everyone for tuning in and checking out the stream with us. Hope to do some more gameplay of this game or maybe a few other games. I got some other early access games or other games people might be interested in seeing. Also need to get back to our Gloomhaven digital game update. They actually added some new updates to that game recently as well. Some new terrain. Now they added forests to go along with the crypt and underground catacombs or whatever they had before. So now they're supposed to have forest tiles, which also brings new monsters. So now we have some vermlings and some other monsters they hadn't added into the game yet. So I'm hoping to do that. May do some of that tonight. Not 100% sure at this point. But, you know, thanks everyone for tuning in today. If you like what you see, go ahead and throw us a follow on Twitch for Day After Day Gaming, or we'll be posting this up to YouTube as well. So if you like on YouTube, give us some comments up there or feedback or whatever will help us out quite a bit, as we're always constantly improving the channel. But again, this is Bobby with Day After Day Gaming. Thanks very much for watching, and hopefully everyone has a good rest of the weekend.